My connection with ancient Egypt is to do with past lives in those times. And we're talking really, really early times, because I remembered past lives in what the ancient Egyptians called the first time. So, we're talking 26,000 years before Christ. Well, the Egyptian gods and goddesses they all worked with energy because they were beings that came from somewhere else and greater star nations. I mean, this was a brand spanking new planet. And so they brought those energies to this earth plane. And so that would be one reason. But the second reason would be the reverence that down the ages people have given them. And because they were such great beings, people have revered them. I mean, these are the origins even of the gods of Olympus. They just changed the names because of different culture changed the names. They each worked with energies, and they do have energies even in their statues. You go to the British Museum, and although you're frowned on for touching them, you can pick up the differences in the energies of different gods and goddesses. Sekhmet is the goddess of healing, or was the goddess of healing in Egyptian times, but right through the whole of the Egyptian times, and even looking at that ancient 6,000 years, and there was only ever one goddess of healing, and that's Sekhmet. She took her, or she probably gave the meaning to the name Sekhem, and that the Sekhem. Any sort of healing, Egyptian style healing, does make some sort of reference to Sekhmet. Now, for Sekhem, it is not her energy, you understand, but because she was the goddess of healing, she's always associated with Sekhem, and the similarities in the name. Sekhem is many, many things, predominantly spiritual energy that you can use for whatever it is that you want to use it for. So that might be healing, it might be personal development, and some people come and will walk in and say, there's nothing the matter with me, but I believe that this energy will be able to help me develop personally. It may be that people come for pain relief, for an understanding, for healing. I mean, everybody comes for something different. Sekhem comes from the source of all creation because it is very high vibrational energy. As I say, I think I've had this, well, I know I've had it all my life. But the connection that you need to make for, when you're teaching somebody else is a one-on-one initiation. I have hundreds of letters I've received talking about the involvement of Sekhem in people's lives. And the majority of times it would be, thank you for reintroducing this energy into modern times because it has changed my life. Many, 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 I can't count them. But that's the normal, that would be the one phrase, Sekhem has changed my life. It is spiritual energy far more than it is a hands-on, because it is almost hands-off. But it doesn't really qualify as a hands-on system or as a spiritual energy system, as the spiritual is described in today's criteria. So it doesn't really fit into anything, any category, but it has this very high spiritual aspect. And if you comply with those, what I call universal laws or cosmic laws, and you give it its due reverence, you get more of it. There are different ways of using Sekhem. The main one would be lying on a bed. A massage table is ideal because it makes it easy for the practitioner, and you've got easy access to all aspects of the body. But you don't have to turn somebody over to work on their back. The energy will go through. This is intelligent energy. It goes to where it's needed most, and it will have its priority, and then it will go on to, as well, to where the person has asked for it. So the easiest and most comprehensive way is on a bed. But you can also work sitting on a chair, and that is very effective as well. And it's easy in difficult situations, like you can work on somebody who's not feeling very well in a restaurant, or any sort of chair that's available where you couldn't actually lie them down, where it would be perhaps embarrassing for them and for other people as well. So, and you can work absentee. You can send them energy, and there are different ways of doing that. We can all do that to the people that we love, because it works on the intention. And I mean, intention is everything in this world, isn't it? And so it works on the intention of the person on the table, or the person sitting in the chair, or however you're using it, rather than what I think they need. Because of the high vibrational or high spiritual component of Sekhem, it allows the person to heal themselves, because really and truly we don't heal other people. And you know, even the doctors will tell you that they don't heal other people. They can subscribe, they can fix things that are wrong in the body, but the person can reject them. And so it is the person themselves that does the healing. And Sekhem will create that extremely high spiritual state. And sometimes when you want to do something that is quite exceptional, you will ask for a state of grace, because that again heightens the atmosphere. I mean, you are creating an energy field around the person. It's like you go into a meditative state multiplied by, think of a number. You might scan the body first up to look where the problem is, and somebody might say, well, you know, this leg is a real problem to me, and you might scan the body and say, well, it's not your leg, it's your back, or it's something else. But you would work then on all of them, all the area where the person feels the pain, as well as the cause. And then I would talk to them afterwards about what the emotional cause was, because the seeds of all illness, injury, pain are in the emotions, and emotions are immortal as well, and they will go from lifetime to lifetime. But there is always a trigger in this lifetime